Good morning, wonderful viewers. I'm here back on the discussions that we make on national matters. Like I said, here I only talk about matters that are relevant. Today, as I promised yesterday, that I'll be talking about what Uncle FTJ has been saying in this country nowadays about Jammeh. I have to make some clarifications before I start talking. That is to say that I am not a politician and I'm not interested in politics. All I'm interested in is facts. I want to talk about matters that are important and vital to national development, matters that need to create awareness to the people, because when we are aware, then we do things right. We're in the dark, we don't know where to go and what to do. So for those reasons, Fabakary has been on the media for a while and he's been talking about matters. That is to say, that why is it that the Zimbabweans were able to forgive Mugabe, who has been the president for 37 years, and the Gambians find it difficult to forgive Jammeh, who has been the president of the Republic of the Gambia for 22 years. I have some response for him and for all the Gambians. I have my father, I have my parents, and I have my elders, so I am not going to address them in a rude way. I want to talk to him. He's my uncle. And I want to talk to every Gambian. Anyone that is elder than your father or even the same age as your father could be your father, so I am respecting them. I will not say anything here that is bad. Just a reminder and to create awareness for the people. Now, even God himself, like Jammeh used to say, takes things this way. He gives you life. You've been living for 42 years, 45, 60 years, 100 years. You've been worshiping God, being a Muslim or a Christian. You being that, doing good, and the last end of your life, last 2 months before you die, you refuse to pray to God, and you start doing only bad, no good. You die, you go to hell. That's what God says. But someone that can be doing bad for his entire 100 years, and 2 months before he died, or even a day before he died, and he convert to Muslim, repent and say, I am never going to do what I've done before, then God gives you paradise. That's what we learned from the Quran, and God never lies. So let's take that example. Fabakary, why you say that, why we, the Gambians, cannot forgive Jammeh and the Zimbabweans forgive Mugabe. Now, for instance, people are saying that Mugabe is a bad guy, but he made some good thing at the end of his career. He saved hundreds and thousands of lives within a day. How? Mugabe has been a president and everybody listens to him. He has the power and he was voted in by his people. His people then cost him. He did not complete his 5 years and the people say he must retire, just like what they did to Gaddafi. But because him being a patriot citizen that doesn't want his people to suffer, he resigned. Broad daylight. Because he knew that if he insists, the people had it up to the necks, up to here, they will not accept him to continue and it's going to be a disaster. He resigned. They gave him immunity. That guy was the one that took his country from the West. He gave them independence. And he's been in their president, developed, improved their economy, helped the Zimbabweans. He might have done some bad things, pretty bad things, but at the end, he did good. He saved life by resigning from his job. And the Zimbabweans cursed him because he was supposed to be there for him to finish his 5 years. Because constitutionally, Mugabe is right. The Zimbabweans were wrong. Constitutionally. He was not impeached. He was not cooped. But he decided to resign. To accept the wills of the people. They cannot wait for another year. So he said, okay, you don't want to wait for another year. I will resign. But that is the opposite to Jammeh. You might be saying that he was Fabakary. I'm just answering your question. You said that Jammeh should be forgiven. Fine. But did he do good at his last end? Because when we voted him out, he refused to leave. We gave him immunity. He toned it down. I'm saying we because I voted him out. I had my vote. I stood for him to leave this country, for him to leave that presidency, and he did. So it means it's we, not Adama Barrow or Mama Kende or anybody. It's me. Me and the other Gambian people. Not people like you. People like you, people like Sidin Jai, people like Umar Sampasise, and people like Malan Saibo Kamara. You are the people that spoiled this country. You put this country at a standstill for 2 months. You didn't care about the future of your children. Now what Jammeh did? We voted him out and he knew that he lost the election. And you, Fabakary, knew that Jammeh lost the election. And then what did you do? You told him that we are going to help you to stay in power. You amended bad things in the last days together with him. He knew he lost and he stayed in power. A lot of people flee out of this country because of that. Because of a potential threat. They left, and a lot of people left and they lost their lives on their way through running out of the country. People had car crashes, they had accidents and people died. Why did they die? Because they were afraid that there was going to be a war and they were running away from that. Jammeh killed those people. He killed them. Because had it been that he stopped what he was doing, that drama, people would have stayed in their country peacefully. And he said he's a patriot. Those people ran away because of a potential threat. And then they died on the way through running away from crime. Jammeh killed them. You, Fabakary, killed those people. And remember, there are people that died on that way. They were supporting you. They were supporting Jammeh. But because they thought that they were going to go out and Jammeh was going to kill all of us, they come back. Eventually, that didn't happen. With God's help, they died. You killed them. You and Jammeh, you killed them. Now, why are you saying that Jammeh is a Gambian citizen and he deserves the right to stay in this country? I want to answer that question for you. How many Gambians that did Jammeh single-handedly, unconstitutionally exiled Gambians, born citizens of the Gambia? Is he any better than those people that he exiled, that he ousted out of this country? The Fatou Camara, the Fatou Toure, and many more. Tell me, is Jammeh any better than, is he any citizen better than those people? Is he? I will tell you, Fabakary, you are aware of this one. That guy from Basse, I wouldn't name his name. He's from the URR. Jammeh ousted him out of this country. You knew about it. You are a parliamentarian. You knew about it very well. Jammeh ousted this guy, and he was on exile for years. He eventually fell sick and died. And his people wanted to bring him back, his corpse, his dead body, to come and bury him in his home village. A dead body, Jammeh said no. He's not going to be buried in the Gambia. Jammeh said that. And he was not buried. He was buried in Senegal. A Gambian citizen was ousted, exiled, and even his funeral was exiled. Jammeh did that. And is he any better than that guy? Is he any Gambian citizen than that guy? We gave Jammeh immunity and he toned it down. He decided to stay out because he wanted to loot our stuff. Because he knows if he stayed here, we were going to get him. How many times have you heard from the Commission of Inquiries talking about an amount of money that you and Jammeh enablers stole from us? And you are saying that you are a good citizen. You are lying to us. For how many years, Fabakary? You are an uncle to the Gambian people. You have made a mistake. Fabakri, you want us to forgive? Repent. Ask for forgiveness from the Gambian people. Otherwise, when you are dying, you will suffer. Trust me. You will suffer the day you will die. You will die. And the Gambian people must forgive you before you can die. Otherwise, you will be in coma for 5 years before you can eventually die. Trust me. And for Jammeh, don't mind. We will bring him back to face justice together with you and Sirinjai. Sirinjai, I don't blame him because his father surrendered him to Jammeh. His father thought that he is a useless guy in the compound, so the father just took him and gave him to Jammeh when he was young. And Jammeh took him and said to Jammeh, if he lives for you. If he dies, he dies for you. Jammeh took him. That's how Sirinjai becomes Jammeh's son. So whatever Sirinjai does, he's doing for his father. Jammeh is his dad. Okay? So you, Sirinjai, Omar Sampo Sise, Malan Saibo, you are the reason why the country is in this situation. I am not against APRC. That's why you don't hear me say anything about APRC. I talk about the bad people in APRC. People like you, people like Jammeh, people like Omar Sampo Sise, people like Saibo Kamara, people like Sirinjai. You are the people that I'm talking about because you are the people on top of that party. Not the APRC. I'm not talking about APRC. If you want, let APRC stay. If you want, let it go. I don't care. But the Gambian people need to know that you are a bad cow. All of you. Ask for people's forgiveness. Then you can tell us to forgive Jammeh. But you cannot tell us you have to do this. When Jammeh hurt us, you have to ask us to please forgive him. Not to ask us to do it by force. Guys, I'll stop here today. Tomorrow, I wouldn't be here because this is what we have today. I don't know if you will see it. QTV opening. Today we are going to open the QTV. I work for Muhammad Jah. I'm a lecturer. So this is what we do. Today we are all there and all of you are invited. Please come. Tomorrow I wouldn't be here because I'll be tired. I'm a protocol guy, so I'll be welcoming my guests. So I wouldn't have time. And tomorrow I will need to rest. But come next week, Monday, I will talk about unity. I will talk about condemning tribalism. Come see my next video. Please watch this. And please remember that you can watch me from Gambia Youth and Women's Forum, or you can follow me on YouTube, Aliu Badara Toure, or you can add me on Facebook or follow me on Facebook as Badara Toure. Thank you, and thank you for watching. Well,